Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is the Big Girl Diary. Oh my goodness. Oh. Now I know this may appear to be a little old, and for the most part it is, but however, there's additional information that has come out. A little tea here, a little tea here, tea. Amber Heard. Yes, Amber Heard. She She is back in the limelight now over there in Italy, where she did a film called In the Fire. Now, who was the last person that she was in a movie with that she wrecked his life? I mean, just totally obliterated it. Oh, that's right. Johnny Depp. Yes. But however, I'm sorry. However, I'm glad that she's back on her feet. I don't wish any ill will on anyone. I don't. But when you do things like that, you need to be brought down to reality. Hey, Lexi, brought down to reality and just to do the right thing, which she has not done yet. But in Italy, the film In the Fire. Yes. Oh Lord. Oh yes. Oh Lord. In the Fire. Now I gotta say, any person who she gets with, she puts him in a fire. She does. She does. Now, I gotta say, Luca, her co-star, you better watch yourself and be careful. Now, what I found interesting was I was looking at the producer. I'm like, does he know who he's working with? And apparently he does. His name is, I took some notes. His name is, I just wrote his name down. Connor Allen. Connor Allen was the producer of the film In the Fire that was in Italy. Now, in Italy, they have the blue carpet. So Amber was just glowing and radiant, being in the limelight in her in her element. Now, here's the interesting part. In her element, but in order to sell the movie, they need to bring Johnny Depp's name into it. Now, this is how they brought him into this. They brought him in because he had a film coming out as well. And it just happened that he was going to be was it premiering there in Italy. I'm so surprised he didn't do it in France, but for whatever reason, don't know. But he did it in Italy. So you see, what you say, Lexi? You say she is lucky she has not done the right thing yet. No, she hasn't. She hasn't even admitted to doing what she has done. Maybe she will be able to pay JD, yeah, what she owes him, and not only that, she might want to pay the insurance companies back. And she has no excuse now. But I agree. Anyone close to her is at risk. Yep. And her toxicity is toxic. You know, Britney Spears said it best. You're so toxic. Yeah, she's toxic. But Alan, I looked into him and he has been out since 2019. And his first movie was Red and White. And he has done a number of films since then. But it just so happens that before he worked with Amber Heard, he had 3 films in 1 year. He did his best known films are In No Man's Land, I'm No Longer Here, Walk, Ride, Rodeo, and 2023 In the Fire with Amber Heard. Now I just wonder what was it like working with her? Because now she's reestablishing herself over there. Now, she messed up Hollywood, so now she has to turn, what is it called? Uh, Tormina. Tormina Wood. I like that. Tormina Wood. Turn that into her version of Hollywood. Wonder if she scoped out her next victim. I think she had. Luca, watch your back. If you look at her and her interactions with Luca, she's too touchy, feely. The same thing what she did with what's his name, Jason Momoa. She was too touchy. He had to grab her arms and just put her over there. And she did the same thing with Johnny Depp, touchy, feely. She got it. And as Lisa Bonet said, she has zero boundaries and she doesn't respect marriage. She doesn't. She didn't respect Johnny's marriage. She didn't respect her marriage. She didn't respect Jason Momoa's marriage. She didn't respect her marriage because she was married. She was married to Leah Van Ree. That was her wife, and then divorced her after roughing her up in the airport. And yes, she did. Talia simply didn't press charges, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It does exist. But I'm talking about this now because I want to wait a little bit, see what everybody else was doing, and then do something a little different, take um a different view on it. And whether if you're a pro Amber fan or a pro Johnny Depp fan, or even anti-Amber, however you want to call it, whatever it is, I'm happy about one thing. She's not over here. Oh my goodness. You know, how can I say this? She has caused the United States enough embarrassment, more embarrassment than one country can take in. And this is just one individual. And I'm not going to rehash her going to Australia, acting a fool. I'm not going to talk about her going to Israel, knocking a slobber knocker out of Eve, her girlfriend. But it seems like Amber stands, they don't want to even recognize that part. They just ignore that like it didn't happen. Then she goes to Spain, and she not only does she act a fool and everybody on her block hated her, but she leaves a deuce in a street. Yes, that's embarrassing. Can we hold our heads up as Americans? No. No, we can't. No, we can't. But let's move forward. She's in Spain now, and let's be okay with that. Now, I do hope that she does bounce back. I do hope. I don't wish anyone to be homeless and penniless, even though that was Amber's goal for Johnny. She wanted him homeless, destitute, just any and everything under the sun she wanted for him. And the hole that she dug for him, she fell in it. So, hey. And even though that she didn't admit her wrongdoings, and Johnny did, Johnny has come back stronger than ever. But Amber is going to have to grow up because she's still acting like a child. Amber, grow up. That's it. Grow up. People can deal with adults. People cannot deal with adults who act like children. But having said that, and I digress. So this producer gave her a shot. Now, I don't know how she got that role. I really don't know, because she's she's pegged as a co-star with a small role because she plays an American psychiatrist, but she has the level of co-star. So I don't know how that happened. Yeah, Lexi, and she didn't wipe. No, she didn't. She didn't wipe. But she got that co-star role. Now I don't know if she got it on a strength of Johnny Depp's name. Is she still running around as Amber Heard Depp? Did she drop the Depp name? Did she keep it? I don't know. But that role came out of nowhere. And in Italy. And by them using Johnny Depp's name, and they had to use Johnny Depp's name because Amber Heard doesn't have the star power that Johnny Depp has. He's internationally known for being an actor, for being a rock star, for being a singer. He's internationally known for those things. Amber Heard has not made that splash, but since she's on a blue carpet, which she was fashionably late for, and on the internet, on the Twitter road, it's being said that she went there drunk. Which, if that's true, if it's true, I'm not saying it is. Allegedly, she went there drunk, and I did see the video, and I'm like, ugh. Amber, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. It's not. But outside of that, Luca, watch your back. Watch your back on that one. I hope she changes. I hope she does. But let's go on to the next one. Big girls. I don't even want to mention this woman's name. Look, you could be one or the other. You could be big or delusional, but not big and delusional. Now, us big women, we have to stop talking about accept us as we are, body positivity, don't body shame, this, that, and the other. Okay, fine. Now, if you're big and if you got a problem with being big, then do something about it. But society does not have to conform to you. Being big is a you problem. You solve it. But when you start talking about you want the world to make bigger seats in a cafeteria so you can sit, when the cafeteria is putting seats for the average person, not the run of the mill, not even run of the mill, but not the not average, not the very few people fit that bill, but really? I'm just going to leave that right there. I just want to talk about that. I don't want to say her name, but you got to do better. And you know who you are. You have to do better. No one has to cater to you. You're not going to sit there and just have this one woman protest saying, hey, we need bigger seats. No, they don't. They go according to the average. Now, if they happen to put a big seat here or there, that's something different. But for you to try to make an establishment to do that, that's outrageous. And please stop with that fat shaming. Stop it. It's not fat shaming. If that's the seats that they have, then that's the seats that they have. That's it. But on that note, I'm not going to take this too long. I do want to thank you for stopping by. I do. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I greatly appreciate that. On that note, I want to thank you for stopping by.